now turn up.
What up is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads, where I am just a fantasy football enthusiast and a burp cloth master. This is Jackson here. We're giving away a free Jerry Jeudy signed jersey. All you have to do is it's upside down. It's upside down. There we go. Right there. A free Jerry Jeudy signed jersey. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll give it to you. We are going to be doing Beware of the Draft Day. Draft Day is now less than a week here. Woo! Yeah, are you excited too? He might be getting a little fussy here, so you get to see the real us. Some bewares, some things that you need to look out for. Oh no, don't spit up. This is why I'm the burp cloth master. Ooh, that was a close one. Things that we have to beware of, because what happens is we get these post-draft tilts. And we'll be putting out some post-draft day videos as soon as we possibly can. But there are some post-draft day tilts. And the first one that I'm going to go through is I'm going to call it the Green Bay wide receiver bump. You're going to get some of these wide receivers that are going to land in ideal situations, like Green Bay, maybe even Kansas City, like CEH getting drafted in Kansas City last year. And you're going to have also what I'm going to call the Ravens drop, where you're going to have some of these players that are going to be drafted in less than ideal situations. In fact, pretty horrible situations, which might be the Patriots, which would be the Ravens, and who knows whether situation might be a bad situation. Maybe a wide receiver situation that is already stacked. Maybe somebody gets drafted to the Rams or something like that. But so beware of these situations, because let's say Elijah Moore goes to Green Bay. Does he become the third wide receiver overall in the class? No, he moves up maybe a little bit. Anybody that's near him, maybe if it's him and Rondale Moore goes to a less than ideal situation or a bad situation, then Elijah Moore passes him. But does he pass Jalen Waddle? Does he pass Rashad Bateman? Does he pass Jamar Chase? Does he pass Devontae Smith? No. And we have to make sure that we stick to not only like somewhat tiers. I mean, we have to get into these situations where we're not full on going, okay, well, now he moves up to wide receiver number 3. You're going to see that from whatever wide receiver goes to Green Bay, you're going to see them move from wherever they're at. They're going to move 5, 6, 7 spots. Unless they're really close to the top, then you're going to see them move even 2, 3, 4 spots. And it's just like, if they're in a tier, or if they're close to each other, then we can go into these landing spots stuff. And that's what the Ravens drop. If Bateman goes there, and I just have this weird feeling he's going to stay in purple. If Bateman goes to the Ravens, what do you think about that? Yeah, he's not very happy about it. If the Ravens draft him, does he go all the way down to like wide receiver 10? No. He's my wide receiver 3, so maybe he will move down to 5 or something like that, but he's not going to go all the way down to like 8, 9, 10. And situations change ever so much. Lamar, all of a sudden Lamar gets hurt, or Lamar does this, and all of a sudden the Ravens have to go after a new quarterback. It's like, just like, I'm trying to think of, why can't I think of his name? The San Francisco running quarterback. God, man, I'm just so lost. This is what happens when you become dead. You start having these just brain farts. Whatever it was, he's got the curly hair, fuzzy hair, whatever. I'll think of it. But you have this Alex Smith situation, and then Colin Kaepernick is his name. Colin Kaepernick takes over Alex Smith, and so like you have these forever changing situations, and then Colin Kaepernick basically all of a sudden the situation he needs, and all of a sudden you have a new quarterback, and now they might even have a new quarterback this year. So anyways, beware of these. Oh, that is wonderful. Okay, we might have to pause here for a second. All right, cut. All right, and we're back. I know now he's a little fussy, but we're going to try to continue on this video. We're continuing on. This is what happens when you're a dad with a 3-week-old here. The second tier running back being drafted early. This is a beware, because we are going to get one of these running backs, Michael Carter, Trey Sermon, that you might see drafted in the early second. Does that mean that they are going to all of a sudden shoot up these boards? Well, yes, but does that mean they should? And the answer to that is no. I don't believe they should. I think you see the talents in this wide receiver class. But what you're going to see, the A.J. Dillon types, I mean, heck, Lynn Bowden Jr. was drafted in like the second round last year. You're going to have some of these players that make not no sense, but they're going to be way drafted up high. And yeah, I know, you want to be in the video or something? So you're going to have these running backs that are going to be drafted super early. At 1 or 2, and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I need to shoot him up the boards. Trey Sermon goes to, who knows? He goes to, I'm not Pittsburgh. Maybe he goes to Houston or something. I don't even know if Houston has any picks left. Probably not. But he's going to go somewhere. Maybe if he goes to Arizona, and we're going to shoot him up the boards. No, we need to make sure that we stay, not put, but we move him up slightly because, yeah, he got drafted early. We got the situation. But we're not drafting him crazy ahead. Okay, I know, you want to be in the video. Okay, you're just being fussy right now. We will feed you soon. I just fed you not too long ago, and then you spit it all up on me. Conversations. So beware, the second-tier running back that's going to get shot up through the boards. It happens all the time, and all of a sudden we realize that's the running back, whether it's Zach Moss of even last year or even like Keyshawn Vaughn, that were third-round running backs, but I mean, they're going to get shot up the boards and end up being more bust than anything. All right, we're going to go through this one here. Let's see, what did I say? Drafted higher doesn't mean better. I can't read my own dang handwriting. So drafted higher doesn't mean better. Henry Ruggs versus CeeDee Lamb. There's plenty of situations, of course. You're going to have these running backs that are, or wide receivers. Just because they're drafted higher doesn't mean better. You might see Waddle drafted better than Devontae Smith. Is that going to change my opinion of them? No, Devontae Smith is a better wide receiver, better fantasy production at the next level, in my opinion. You might see Amon-Ra St. Brown drafted higher than like maybe Rashad Bateman or something like that. Does that mean that he's going to be higher in my rankings? No. In fact, first, second rounds, those are very equal in production at the next level. So as long as it's not a huge gap, we're talking 2-3 round gap. If it's a 1 round gap or if it's a couple pick gap, 10 pick gap, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're going to have these, like Michael Pittman drafted in an early second. You're going to have, and then, oh my goodness, like, is he so much better than, I'm trying to think of who else was drafted in the second round. Is he so much better than, like, well, Denzel Mims? Or, like, I know that second round was kind of iffy, but, like, are we looking at some of these players that are boss? The biggest example, again, is Henry Ruggs, who's drafted the first wide receiver. And going into the draft, we knew he wasn't the best wide receiver. You calm down? We knew he wasn't the best wide receiver. We knew he was wide receiver 5, 4. But, again, the Raiders like speed. And so that's what we get. So you're going to have some of these teams that fall in love with players. I'm a Vikings fan, so I know about like Troy Williamson. I know about some of these wide receivers that you all of a sudden get shot up the board because of speed, because of talent, because they have these like athletic traits, but they're not maybe amazing football players. So look at some of those that might happen. They might get some of these draft day bumps because of these pro day combines and stuff. But I mean, I see Chase being the wide receiver 1 drafted. But I mean, I could even see Waddle over Smith, and I can see Bateman falling out of the first round and being a second round pick. And I hope that happens so he doesn't get picked by the Ravens and then this is the biggest beware. And I did a whole video of this, and I might have to do another video of this either pre or post draft. And it's going to be players falling out of rounds 1 through 3. There's a huge substantial gap between round 3 and round 4. We're going to call them? Yeah, I know. So, there's a huge gap between round 3 and round 4. If you're a round 1 through 3 player, you have just a ginormous amount different... Oh, no! Why are we doing that? Of success. So, I did a whole video on it. I don't remember exactly the name called. You're just going to have to look back through some videos. I put it in the playlist of Dynasty Strategy, or whatever I called it. So, anyways, and I'm probably going to have to redo it because I want to make sure we have a huge emphasis. Round 1 through 3 is so important. And round 4 is this huge drop-off of NFL production. Yes, you will find some of these dart throws, I call them. You will find some of these needle in a haystack, but a lot of times you're gonna find hay. And so we want better odds with that. And so rounds 1 through 3 are so important. So that's a huge cutoff. And so know that going into your dynasty drafts, like if some of these players that are in tier 3 or tier 2 running backs and they're falling off, let's say Jamar Jefferson goes to round 5, he's gonna be flying down my board. So you're gonna have a lot of movement when it gets. Draft capital is gonna be more important than actually landing spot in a lot of situations. That's just the way it is. Especially with tier 2, 3, 4, you're talking about after the first 15 people. It's going to be a huge difference with draft capital, not necessarily even landing spots. You want to say why you were so fussy? Say bye. Say, I'm not happy. I'm pissed. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right. Well, this is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads. This is Jackson. I know, we'll feed you here in a second again. This is Jerry Judy signed free jersey. When we hit 1,000, we'll be giving it away to one of you guys. See you tomorrow.
Now turn up.